How was work?
Good. How's the new job?
It's
Yeah,
good,
how's it
man.
going?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, bro. It's different from obviously everything that I've been doing, and it feels it's weird, bro, because it's literally like the movies, like
What you
company,
mean?
How
like
so?
company, like company job in like in like a
Yeah.
building, like an office building with like your
Yeah, right.
cubicle and like a view and all that. Like
It reminds you of The Office?
it reminds you of The Office, and it reminds me a little bit of like Wolf of Wall Street.
That's funny.
It's like everybody in there like talking like just like doing their own shit. Like the fucking break rooms with like the coffees and shit. I don't know. It's kind of comical in a way.
Yeah,
That's funny.
that's dope. At least it's not boring. Like at least people are friends and talking. Because
Yeah,
I cannot do an office job if everybody was quiet, just doing their work.
right. Yeah, no, the people are cool and like it's crazy because you think that it would be like very disciplined, but it's very flexible. Like people like stand up and like come chat with you about random shit, and then like you come back to your work and you get up and like just chat again. Like it's not like you're just like working
Yeah,
like
it's not like you're stuck in a cubicle.
exactly.
That's
Yo,
nice.
what exactly are you doing?
So right now I'm kind of like just uh just helping. So this guy named Josh has like three accounts. One of them is Ace Hardware, another one is Monarch, and then another one's another one. I don't even know the name. And I'm kind of helping him kind of manage Ace Hardware and Monarch accounts, and just like filing disputes and organizing everything like invoices and all that shit, which is kind of simple in a way. Thank you. It's pretty simple. It's just Excel and like putting numbers in and shit until like I gain knowledge of like all the basics, and then after that I think they're gonna give me an account, and then I'm gonna be doing like all that. Yeah,
Pretty dope.
it's not bad. It's pretty entertaining. Um, definitely just getting used to waking up early as shit to go work,
Yeah,
and then
how
leaving
early
that.
do you have to wake up?
But I think when I get into a rhythm, is it just goes easy flow from there.
Well, yeah, you gotta get a little schedule. Then you're just chilling.
Well, so George, what are you doing? I know you kind of texted me a little bit on like you're doing that job in Austin, right? Like that production or for events, for events.
So I I've been wanting to like work with the homies here who they do like we essentially coordinate like festivals and events. We get the artists and sponsors and vendors all together. Um like South by Southwest. It's an unofficial festival, for people to get their name out in Austin. Lots of people come out to it. And we're in charge of doing everything I just said. And for other festivals as well here in San Marcos and just around the area. It started like in 2018, and my homie from back home has been doing it with the company since like I'd say like a year and a half ago. And I was interested, but I was just too busy. And I got to know the main boss just because my friend was always hanging out with him, and he's chill. It's super chill. It's like how you said at your office, how you just like talk and yeah, y'all can just do whatever. Yeah, we'll have like just one weekly meeting. Like it's usually like 2 hours long. We're just smoking the whole time
Was
and
that
talking
was
about.
that jumpsuit? Was that jumpsuit that you posted on your Snapchat of like the merch y'all sell?
Yeah, so how we're doing our merch is there's a badass like thrift store in San Antonio where everything starts off like 225 like the day that they re-up. Like every piece, it doesn't matter what it is 225. It's only clothes. And every day it goes down, I think 25 cents. And so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what day you go, you're gonna get like cheap ass clothes. And so we just like bought a whole bunch and put our logo on it. yeah, just repurpose it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty dope. That's pretty
Cool,
dope.
yeah.
And we
Yeah,
were saying like,
how'd y'all put your logo on it? Did you just sew them on there? Or?
we embroider it. There, we know someone here. Basically, everyone who's like who sits in in these meetings. We're like good at talking to people. We know a lot of people, know a lot of connections, and so that's why it makes it easy to just do our job. It's just like asking the homie, like, hey, can you do this for me? Hey, can you do that?
Right,
You
right.
know? But yeah, like that jumpsuit's pretty nice, and we're not gonna over. You know how when you go to a festival and they got merch, shit's normally fucking expensive. Well, we're just gonna make it affordable and such. Like
Yeah,
that
for
jumpsuit
sure.
is gonna be, I think, like $40, but it could easily sell for a lot more.
Yeah. You guys got it for the low though?
Huh?
You guys got it for like $2 at the thrift shop though?
Yeah. And embroidery costs like $4.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty good profit.
Mm-hmm. But we're not trying to like super tax, but it is good
For
stuff
sure.
that would just we also do other events like did you ever go to the Davenport here in San Marcos?
Yeah, I
Um,
did. I did.
Yeah.
It was the only place open when COVID happened.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it was
Well,
getting packed, bro. It was getting packed. And they would take like, you know, the shots there, they would do like triple shots and stuff.
double, triple shots. Yeah.
Yeah, it would fuck you up.
Yeah, that's one of our spots too. Like, we know like the people that work there every Friday of the last Friday of every month. We do like we have band. We're gonna have bands and DJs. Oh no, bands perform first, like live music, and then once it's like late, we're gonna do silent disco in the back.
Damn,
And
that's
man, that's
cool.
pretty dope.
have vendors and such. It's gonna be a good time.
So you're doing that all over Central Texas or what?
No, basically, just like San Marcos and Austin right now.
Okay. And this is not like I guess Bryce's thing, right?
No, Bryce's thing is more just DJs, and they have like one. I don't know if you heard of Ragnarok.
Ragnarok?
Yeah, in San Marcos, it's like a venue. Some people.
I mean,
I've been.
I've definitely seen where they've been playing their places. I mean, they've been getting a lot of shows. I mean, they've been doing that like a lot lately. So
Yeah, it's pretty cool, but their main thing is just DJing, and
right.
it's hard stuff like heavy.
Oh, yeah, like heavy,
Like some dubstep.
like dubstep. Oh yeah. Yo, George, talk to him about your experience this weekend or last weekend.
Oh yeah. Well, I was at Thunderdome, Emmett, and but the second day, the first day, I did a like 1 point in Molly, and then the second point, I took it, but nothing ever happened. And then
So this is in Seattle. It was kind of like a mini festival where Excision and like a bunch of people played.
So it's kind of like a Lost Lands type, like
Kind of
heavy.
like yeah, kind of like lights all night, but like heavy, yeah, like all heavy.
yeah,
Right.
there was one stage. It was big as hell. Great production. Actually, the first night the speakers blew out, and it wasn't even that loud. But second day, thankfully, that didn't happen.
So you
But
point in trip or what? You didn't roll?
yeah, I just rolled the first day, but the second day, I took three edibles like on the way there because our Airbnb was like 40 minutes away, and I had bought edibles because I'm in Washington and it's legal. So
Yeah, right,
like,
right. Must.
and then I was waiting in line. We got there early, just a little bit early, and I was already like swaying, like not in control of my body. I was already pretty high, and I was planning on candy flipping, but I got a little paranoid. Wasn't
How
sure.
much you take?
I took like 3 edibles.
Oh shit.
But then I get inside. I calm down. The vibes are good. I end up. timed it precisely to where the LSD would peak during Liquid Stranger, and the Molly would hit at the same time. And this time, I took 2 points of Molly at the same time. So I ended up blacking out after Liquid Stranger, and I had to be taken to the care room. And I blacked out for like
Did
maybe
pass out?
yeah, like because I kept like melting because of the music, and
Sure.
apparently one time I just didn't come up, so then they ended up taking me to the care room. I
Oh,
blacked out for
fuck.
like 10 minutes tops, I'd say.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
But
that's that's definitely crazy. Wait, so did they have to carry you to the med tent?
yeah, it's just like a
Uh,
room.
Good.
It's,
But
I'm telling you, man, it's that music, man. That music like gets you. Like it can
It is
definitely get you.
that, yeah, heavy music definitely fucking shoots you into oblivion for sure.
yeah,
Or,
Like it just takes you, man. Like it takes you into like deep
well,
oblivion.
it's if you do like a good amount of drugs too, like any kind of music will make you melt. But like the heavy music just like shoots you so deeply into it. It just makes you like it's just so it's like sensory overload. It's just
Oh,
too
yeah.
yeah, that's exactly what it was. I didn't have like the little ear things, the earplugs or
Yeah, those are important.
glasses. They were trying to put the glasses on me, but I didn't know why. I needed to know why. If not, I was gonna take them off. So that's exactly what I was doing. And
Lasers, man. Those lasers will fuck up your eyes.
yeah, no, I literally like
glasses on
um, when I
shaders.
was when I was speaking, I swear I saw like inscriptions, like Matrix type shit in the lasers. Like I was seeing numbers like
Damn.
I was like, bro,
That's
it was
that's so badass.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
it really was. It was cool. I felt like Neo, bro. Actually, have y'all seen the new movie?
Yeah. Sorry.
Huh?
I've seen it. It's all right.
Yeah, I hear it's not that good. I haven't seen it.
It's like they try to do a lot with it, but
Well, it's crazy because in the movie they talked about how they didn't want to do it, but they like kind of like call out the Warner Brothers in the movie
I
because
just like
they didn't want to make a third. They didn't want to make a fourth one, and then the Warner Brothers they were like, "Oh, we're gonna do it, even if you guys say yes or no." And that's like in the movie, like that girl, the director, that one of the girls, she calls the Warner Brothers out in the movie, like, "Oh,
Oh, really?
they're making us do this."
Oh,
Y'all
it's
don't remember that in the movie?
or I mean it's definitely forced. It's a forced storyline for sure. Like how at the end of the third one, how they like drive the ship and they like win. But then this fourth one is like how basically they didn't win. And all they did was kind of just like reset some shit. And then they basically just like restarted everything. And like everything they did in movies 1, 2, and 3 just kind of got wiped out.
Yeah,
And it was just like, it just seemed a little too forced.
yeah. No, I mean it definitely was. I mean that's why. So the creators of the Matrix is two girls. One of them didn't do it. One of them like she was like, I'm not gonna help in this shit. And then the other one was like, okay, if the Warner Brothers are gonna do it, I have to at least not make it like ruin the Matrix.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
She stayed, so she stayed to like just
obviously, any kind of action movie they make today has some fucking dope ass scenes in it, but it was definitely cheesy.
Cheesy.
Yeah, it looks super cheesy.
It was cheese.
too cheesy.
I don't like cheese.
I don't know. There's good cheese. There's some good cheese. Like the Fast and Furious franchise has pulled some good cheese off. You know,
Oh, they
have.
have.
Have you seen the new one? I haven't seen the new one.
actually no. I was watching that on the plane, bro. I was watching it on the plane back from Tulum, and
What's it about?
it was so. I talk about a forced movie, dude. That was so bad. Oh my god! Like it, you just get dropped right in like halfway through the story plot. You're like, what the fuck's happening? It's just so bad, dude. The action in it is fucking ridiculous. They take it far.
It's great. It's crazy because they to be honest, bro, they did a really good job for like 7 movies.
Oh fuck
Like
yeah!
7 movies, they like killed it.
They brought The Rock. It's probably the movie the after Paul Walker died. Honestly, the movies after Paul Walker. It was like
I think it was like one after Paul Walker died that was good, and then that's it, and then it was all ruined after that.
The fifth one was when they brought The Rock on, and that was badass. That one was badass.
Yeah.
And then there's this, and then they had the sixth one, and then I think the seventh one was the movie like where Paul Walker died like halfway through making it.
Yeah, was that the one? Was that the one where they had the safe and they like are driving with the safe in the back?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
That was crazy, and they like put it into like the truck or whatever, and the safe is just
that. Jesus Christ, how they filmed that is just beyond me, bro. They actually with the safe. I watched a video on how they did it, and they basically put a box on a car. So basically, they just had a car following the car behind them the entire time, just tethered to them, but like making the same movements and shit.
Yeah.
That's insane. It's crazy how they make all those movies like that.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like the Avengers, like after you've seen those videos, how they make the Avengers, it literally looks like so like nothing. It looks like nothing happening, and then like the whole CGI is just insane.
Just in a green room with their costumes.
Literally.
And they're so quiet, and they just like fly like this. So
I couldn't take myself seriously. I wish I was a good actor. Like I would like to.
Dude, I mean, come on, that would be crazy if you could really do it. If you could really just perform in a room with a fucking costume on and make it look like you're actually having a space battle.
Dude, yeah, it's crazy the imagination that you have to do that, because you really gotta think that you're in there and it's like all green.
Bro, there's like this thing round table where it has like a bunch of like A-list actors just sit down and have a conversation about themselves and like their roles. Bro, you hear them talk about their roles, and they talk about like the characters they played, like actual people that they just had to like learn who they were, and that's how like real they take it, you know, like actual characters, actual stories.
Well,
it's
just
dedication to that, you know. And then you've heard of method acting, to where they just like take on that role of that person. Like it's not even like they're reading lines and shit. Like the person on set, like they form into that person.
Oh yeah. Didn't Jared Leto did that?
Yeah, Leto. I mean, that's a Christian Bale, bro. There's been stories of that man walking around that just looks like he's literally insane. But it's because
Bradley.
All of them, dude. I mean, just think about it. You'd have to be so convinced to even convince like everyone else, you know? Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta do your studying like you gotta do anything. And a lot of these cats they'll just like sit by like when Bradley Cooper, I think he has a new movie coming out, and he has to be a chef or something. So he's like shadowing this like 5-star chef, because that's what the movie's about. And he really has to like talking to him, learning all his history, how he feels about food, to really, you know, get in the mind of him. You just gotta be dedicated.
Good. He's so talented. He's insane.
Bradley Cooper is too.
I saw Jake Gyllenhaal at Tulum.
Oh yeah, we did.
He could have sworn he saw this motherfucker.
Dude, I'm telling you, we were at this show watching. That was Eli and Fur night. We were watching Eli and Fur, and this guy, I guess we were rolling too, and we are a little bit fucked up. And this guy walks out, and he literally looks exactly like that guy from Southpaw. And he did, and he really did. He had the same kind of like emotions, kind of like smiles and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then we went into a rant about how like it's crazy how so many people have the same kind of like smirks.
Dude, people just look similar. Like, you ever see someone like who has like an identical doppelganger? You know?
Yeah.
Holy shit! You could have sworn.
There's one of me. There's one of me that they found in the science textbooks in my high school, and he looked like the old dorky me with buck teeth, like big as hell, glasses big as hell, and he looked just like me, but he had like two large like nuts next to him for I don't know what reason, but it was man. They used to make fun of me a lot in high school. Bro.
Fat? Were you a fat Mexican boy?
No, I was always skinny. I was skinnier than.
I thought you said you were big. I was like, damn, bro, I couldn't imagine you being a little fat Mexican boy.
Nah, they would call me like horse and like giraffe and because I'm
For tea?
yeah, it was not good.
I got picked on for my freckles. This bitch said I looked like I had a pumpkin exploded on my face.
Damn.
I was like, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Couldn't even be mad at that one.
But do you really think that if you see a person that looks exactly like you will recognize them? Probably not.
For sure.
You really
No.
think so? Like you would
No.
be like, man, that guy looks like me. I don't think so, because I feel like people like you see yourself way different than like how people see you.
I feel like there's been a point where someone was like, dude, that guy looks like you. And I've looked at him and like, kind of, I could see
Yeah.
it.
Right,
I've
right.
Situation before.
Sometimes it's a stretch. Sometimes you're like,
Sometimes
like, I can't deny that one.
yeah, huge stretch. Or sometimes I get offended. They're like, that guy looks like you. I'm like, what? I'm like,
That guy.
I've been offended my whole life. My way of coping with it was just doing it before they did or laughing with it. Like it was genuinely funny. So I'm like, as long as it's funny, like it's cool. I don't really care. Like the only thing I can do is change it, and that's what I did. I got braces, started working out, and
I compare me to even more. I'm like,
What'd
dude,
you
I'm
say?
not that.
You cut out. Your Wi-Fi's a little. It's acting up. But what'd you say?
I was like, I usually just shit on the guy they compare me to and myself if I don't like the comparison. You know,
Oh yeah.
You shit on the guy.
just shit on the guy and myself. I'm like, dude, fuck no. His elbows are weird. My elbows are.
That's so funny.
I never had a good comparison until these recent years. Like all of high school, not one good comparison.
You know, would you
Maybe. Huh?
if someone gave you a good comparison, like, would you be biased to it? You know?
Like mine, the one that that comes to my
Textbook?
mind right now is they say I sound like Jerry Springer, the cat who plays the bee from the Bee movie.
Oh shit, that's kind of funny.
They say I got his. They say I got his laugh.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
and that I sound like him.
Wait, I'm gonna put him right now.
Huh?
I'm gonna play him. Let's see. Cat from B movie.
No, not the cat. I meant he's not an actual cat. I say cat to refer to people. He's the bee. He's the main bee.
And the bee
Oh, so the main guy from B movie.
his
Yeah,
voice.
like
that
the
character.
main bee.
Let's hear this.
Yeah, this Mr. Beast video, the world's most dangerous escape room, 50 million views. It's crazy.
Mr. Beast makes too much money.
Misunderstood and feared them. Now, one bee in a turtleneck sweater is gonna change everything. These are
Honestly, it's a great movie.
Why does
It
this life
is.
have any
It is a
less
good
value
movie.
than yours?
this fall. I gotta say something. You like jazz?
You're talking to humans. You're flying outside the hive.
Okay, I can hear a little bit.
Right?
You don't drink it?
Is a little bee
He's not
I
bothering
can
you.
definitely hear it.
Get out of here, you creep.
discovering a big secret.
How did this get here?
It's just honey.
A little bit. I can see like the sound effects for sure.
Yeah, we should go on a trip to Tulum, us three.
Ooh,
I'm down.
Dude, because honestly, it was so cheap, one.
it was.
Like,
It
bro,
is cheap.
we should just go for like a weekend and see if you could get off like a Monday and then just fly back Monday. Like
Yeah,
go,
I mean, just do what we did. I mean, I can definitely. I mean, we can try and plan it for like a Memorial Day. You know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean? Or like a day that I got like Monday is like a holiday, and
yeah.
then we can probably leave. I can probably leave like Thursday night, and then probably work Friday morning, of course, and then like I'll be
We
good.
Thursday night, and then we got there. We settled in like late Thursday night, and then you could wake up and
Yeah,
check in and do whatever, and then we can just spend the weekend down there. That would be dope.
that would be dope. Yo, George, you will love it, man. It's definitely your vibe, 100%.
Oh
I
fuck.
already went in the summer with
Oh, you did?
Ruben, the
Yeah.
other cat. I went for like a week, and we went to Playa de Carmen, um, Tulum, like like 4 or 5 different places because we had
Yeah.
a Airbnb, and we just
Bro,
freaking
we
went
just
there.
go this time. Make
Yeah,
sure
every
you're
part.
drunk, and I'll bring my mini because I'm gonna buy the mini when my tax return hits,
Yeah.
and we could make like a mini like vlog or movie, whatever. That would be
That's
fun.
then
That
the
would be fun.
mini, so I think they came out with a mini too.
The mini too. Here, let me look that up.
I think they came out with a mini too. I think I saw someone buy it, but I'm not 100% sure. But the mini, that's probably the next one I'm gonna buy too, because the mini is just perfect.
Yeah, I know, because it has that quality. It has really
That's
nice
not that quality. It's
mini
just
too.
it's just so easy to like travel with, just because like for example, like when I took mine for that hiking trip that I did, like I
Yeah,
definitely felt like the heaviness on it, just because when you're hiking for 15 miles, like weight matters a lot.
for sure.
So
Like,
like that
us-
little drone was like killing my back.
we went to a cenote, dude, and like we're jumping off shit, getting
Okay.
Some cool shots.
some cool shots. That would be fucking badass. Yeah, dude, I'm
So
looking at like $600 right now with like another battery.
Is that the Mini 2?
Yeah,
Damn,
what are y'all on about? Is this like a camera or what?
is it?
What is
a drone.
Oh yeah. Send me a link to a good drone because I want to get some cool shots when I go
DJI,
places.
man. The DJI drones are
Yeah, Juan.
they're probably the
Yeah,
best drones.
yeah, Juan has a DJI, like the normal DJI that's like $1,000, but I'm looking at to get this mini because like the mini you don't have like it's not as restricted into where you could fly it. So you could like bring it to a festival and like fly it around a festival because like the weight is like
It's
it can
small,
get
yeah.
around and shit.
Yeah, mine you can bring to a festival too, but it is bigger. So like I don't
Yeah,
want anybody giving
or
me
like
mini is just easy to just take out.
yeah. I don't know, dude. We also need to just get good at like flying them around because you know
Yeah.
I haven't really fucking fucked with it in a minute. So
Yeah,
Same. I
can you send
haven't really flew it in a minute either. But I mean, it's really not that hard. I mean, really, dude, like whenever you take like the videos, it's just if you put it on cinematic, it literally just goes slow. So it's so easy to control. That's why
yeah.
like so nice because you're not like you don't have to go fast to take a cool video.
Well, have you done it like on automatic to where like you can like you don't even have to like it just follows you?
So
It'll
on
like
automatic, the cool thing about automatic is that like whenever you highlight like whatever wants to follow,
uh
you can make it do like crazy turns so the
yeah,
video looks cool and it does it by itself. So when I did one when I was skating down, it was literally like I almost ate it because I thought it was gonna hit me. Like he went so close and like far and then he came back in and like
right.
in different angles and like it does that all by itself. Like you don't have to do that.
You don't have to make it an
You
app.
don't,
You don't.
you don't have to control it. No, you just tell it to like if you wanted to do like wide like turns or like close turns and like it does it by itself.
Hmm.
There's
Yeah,
one yeah, there's one that I took of ADI in Costa Rica where she was kind of like doing her little hair shit and like that one I did control, but I
right.
wanted it slow around her and like
For
I
sure. That looked really good. We're just
yeah.
gonna have to yeah, for sure. I mean, I have some good shots in my mind, and then also like, dude, like it would be cool to have like, another boat party, and then us actually try to like instead of partying so much on it, try to get cool fucking like cool shots that, you know,
Yeah.
party, like throw it for people more so and have them go crazy and have a great time and then kind of capture that more so.
100%. I think the mini in that one will be fucking perfect because
Like drive it between.
you can fly, yeah, like you said, you can fly like in between the boat, like inside the boat and shit. Because my shit will probably hit someone.
Hey, Emmett, any major life changes in your life since last time we met?
I mean, me and Hannah aren't together anymore, unfortunately.
Damn. Is
Yeah.
there, did you want to talk about it or you not? You chilling?
I mean, I'm chilling, to be honest with you. Like, I've already kind of like gotten over it. I've kind of come to terms with it. It's like more so like, you know, I just wish I didn't make her feel so like how her thoughts of me so poorly, you know. I hate that when like you're just so infatuated with someone 1 second and then like a week later they're like your enemy. It's like, what the fuck, you know? That's what I feel bitter about. But other than that, like, you know, shit happens.
You live and you learn. Yeah, all you don't. Yeah, don't. You just got to take it to your next relationships to not make the same mistakes. And that's all it is.
And but like it's just like sometimes you wish it just didn't. It ended more smoothly. You know, you have some shit to say. And like I just feel like it's very immature just to completely block someone and like not, you know, not have any kind of communication with them when you were like literally talking to that person every 5 minutes for the last like 9, you know. And it's like you should be able to like come to terms with it for sure, but you should also be able to come like and have a fucking grown conversation about like why you guys are splitting up, why it's not working. You don't have to get so toxic with each other, say all this mean shit about each other. It's just like
It's immature, man. It's really just immaturity.
It's really immaturity when it gets to that point. But like, I get why we like broke up for sure. I get why she wants to just, you know, go live her life in the way she wants to live. And like, I can't, and I'm like, I totally agree if that's what you want to do 100%. But it's like, it was more so the fact that I guess like maybe I didn't like fight for her as much, like that be her. She was just projecting feelings that I made her feel onto me. So like, you know, hurt people. So she just wanted to hurt me. And then, you know, she said some fucked up shit when she found out I was going to Tulum with Juan, 80, and Julie, because she was like, oh my God, you're going on a double date with Julie. And like, it, Jesus Christ, if you knew anything, like it is not even like that at all, you know. It's like
Yeah.
you know, I love Julie to death, you know. She's one of my friends for sure, to death. But for fuck's sakes, bro, like I'm not going on a double date with Julie with Juan and 80. Just like not that. Like she's my friend for sure, but like
she created this image of that, like just made it up in her head
and
for
like
no reason.
and the thing about it is like me and Hannah went to Julie's work and got dinner with Julie, and like she was just like, and then when we had dinner with Julie, Hannah was like, you were just talking to Julie more than me, blah, blah, blah. I was like, what do you mean? You and I went to dinner with Julie. We were like asking her questions, like catching up with her, because you and I are fucking by each other's side all the time. So like, we don't need to catch. We're catching up with a friend what we haven't talked to. So like she like said, oh, my suspicions about y'all, like about y'all during our relationship were true. And I'm like, fuck, dude, I feel super bad that like she feels that way and that's how she feels, because she blocked me after that and I couldn't say anything to her to rebuttal her or tell her like that's not how it is, even if she probably wouldn't even listen to me. But like it's just like Juan said, it just goes to immaturity, dude. It's just like
it's immature and it's insecure, bro. Like she can act.
Yeah, it's insecurity.
Yeah, like she can act like she's so like confident about herself. Well, that's straight up insecurity. Like that's her like thinking that like, oh, you're choosing her over Hannah. Like that doesn't make any sense. That's just her being so insecure. Like she literally told. So when we went to the show in Austin or whatever, we met with like, you know, Kylie and Furman and like Armin, all of them were there, and Kylie literally told us that like Hannah, after she blocked you, Hannah told Kylie and Furman to tell her about our stories, like what are we posting and shit. It's like what? Like that's so immature. Like then why are you blocking? Like who gives a shit? It's just so immature, man. It really is.
Bro, it's so annoying because
It's
like
immature.
I said to Wanted 80 and Tulum, like it's just so crazy how like at one moment, like I'm literally your biggest fan, like your number one fan, and then now you're treating me like I'm your one enemy. Which in my mindset, I still have love for the girl and I want the best for her. And like
Of
no
course.
matter and even when she even like how she hoed me, how she did, how she, she disrespected me.
Yeah.
And like I still have love for her and I still want the best for her because like the old me would have been like, oh fuck that person, fuck that. But like, the times we had were real, and I'm not gonna discount that for her feeling super upset and then like saying shit not in the right mindset. So like I'm not gonna like have any regret or any fucking like.
Yeah, see how you have grown so much then. Look at that.
Yeah, no.
Look how much look how you reacted. You reacted in a proactive way. I mean, think
Yeah,
about that. That's
yeah.
mature. I mean, like you said, you could have just been a dick and be like, fuck this girl and all this shit, but you haven't.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, like, and I've thought about, but like, I'll just let time run its course and, make a good little wave, make a good little ripple in the fucking realm of life, and then have her just be like, yo, Jesus, I kind of fucked up because like she just wanted more of me. And like, I totally get it. I totally get it. As a girl, you kind of like get the status of men around you by like,
Yeah, man, but I don't know, man. Like whenever I hear the Kevin Samuel talks and stuff, like like a girl's never gonna get what she wants when she only thinks about what she wants. Like you said, that's what she wanted.
yeah, no,
She's not
you're
thinking, she's not thinking collectively. You know what I
like
mean? She's not
out about
putting,
it.
and
You get my
that's a problem, bro. Yeah, no, but that's a problem. I mean, like if she's gonna be your girlfriend, she's gonna support you in your bad state and in your good state. And like, yeah, if you're going through a rough patch, I mean, she has to be there for you. You
yeah,
know,
yeah, 100%. But also, again, like we're young as fuck, and I don't know if I even really want to have like one person that I owe so much to right now. When like I'm just trying to figure out what I completely want to be and who I want to be and like what I want to do, because like a relationship does take a lot of energy, like a
Oh yeah.
lot, like a
Yeah.
lot. Like I can already tell, like obviously I love being with her and I love my time, like being able to just have that person to text and they're gonna be there. And then like you have that person if you're gonna be alone, you don't have to be alone if they're right there. But like that's just like it is a lot of energy draining from you. And when you don't have that, you're like, all right, so what's the next thing? What's the next? And like in the past, I've definitely let a lot of women just occupy my time and feel like, oh, just like fill my time up, like do what I need to do, and then like spend like literally fucking hours with this person. And yeah, it's a great time. It's great. Like it's great, but like that's so much time that I could be bettering myself, figuring out something, building a company,
it's not
whatever.
healthy. It's not as healthy, you know, for
Yeah.
for yourself.
Yeah, it's definitely not. Yeah. And like that's also it's like just comes to that balance when you listen to so many people who've just put their head down and just focused on work, and they're like, you know what, did I fuck up the relationships? And it's like finding that, that healthy balance for sure. But when it comes bringing it back to Hannah, like the fact that she was able to like, what she said, she wished death upon us and she sent what she sent, which was like that was super, like that just shows the colors of like your true darkness, and you're like when the shit thinking what your true colors are going to show. And like that just showed her true colors. And she's still young figuring shit out, so like I would rather her go figure it out than act like we have shit
Yeah,
figured out.
That's no excuse. That's still no excuse. You just treat someone like that. It's just that's just like an evil person, you know. Like you don't treat anybody like that. Like, yeah, y'all can break up and she wants to go do whatever she wants to do. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Like you said, like she's young, she wants to figure her shit out. You're young, you want to figure your shit out. Like that's
Yeah.
fine. But you just don't do that. That's just like,
You're right. You're right about that. It was like a manipulative move for sure. And like just to block right after you did that and not let me talk to you at all after that and just let me just assume basically how you are assuming how I'm going on a double date. Literally it's been 2 weeks since you broke up with me and I'm gonna go on a trip for myself. And then you find out and then you say some fucking horrific shit to me. You know what? Like I have a thick skin, so yeah, I can take it. It's whatever. But like, it's just like that when she did that, that's when I was like, God damn, bro, that sucks because like all of like the hope I had for the future just got shit on, you know.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's a combination of like, resentment, jealousy, immaturity, all of it, and yeah, just not knowing yourself, kind of, yeah, that kind of progression and self-love, self-growth, just learning about yourself. It kind of takes a pause when you're with someone. It's definitely possible to grow with someone else, but the rate of progression definitely slows down a lot because now, like you said, it takes energy, and it shouldn't take as much energy as you emphasize, because relationships should be natural. You should have your space because if not, just spending too much time with someone could grow resentment.
Yeah,
And
that's so true.
and sometimes it feels like a responsibility. It feels like a chore almost, and
Right.
that's what helps. That's what helps that resentment build. And you might not be conscious about it. It's usually, in your subconscious that happens and it builds up, and then it blows up, and it shows like true colors, or just like maybe that's not even her true colors. Maybe she's just real upset. She feels betrayed. You feel betrayed. It's a combination of it all.
Like
But
when it's like when you are hurting or some shit happens to you to where it's so unexpected and you lash out, I think it does show your true color and what you do need to work on,
exactly, it shows what you need to
because
work
you should never really like you shouldn't let so like people affect your emotions so much, and you shouldn't want to affect people in a negative way in any regard. And like if someone makes you feel that and you're trying to project that onto someone, you should understand that that's what it is that like they have hurt you and all you're trying to do is hurt them in a worse way. And like that right there is just, to me, very immature, one, but also just like it is kind of your true colors that you're just trying to put someone down because you feel down instead of being like, oh, but like mistakes do happen. And like it was like the conversation was clear. Like it's actually just so crazy how the events unfolded, because she texted me that same day and was like, asked me how this dinner was for our friend's birthday that she was also invited to. And I was like, oh, it was fun. And she was like, good, you deserve to be having fun. And then like 2 hours later, she finds out I'm going to Tulum. And then she says, fuck you, fuck your friends. I hope your plane crashes. And then sends me a picture of her and some dude. Yes, bro. Like,
Yeah.
so that right is like, I understand you're hurt and I understand all that, but like for me to not like have any hatred towards you in any way, just wish that our relationship was better and wish that I could have done more so we could still be in each other's life. That's what I have. That's my thoughts on the entire thing. And then for her to like wish death upon me and my friends and then send a picture of some guy grabbing her ass is just like, yeah.
The thing, George, is like you're right. Like you're right with your statement. You're right. You're right in your statement when like a relationship breaks up like in a bad way, like cheating and all that. Like, you know what I mean? But like the relationship didn't even break up by something really bad. It was just kind of like, hey, like I want to do this with my life. Okay, you're like, okay, like I'm not ready either. So it kind of
Yeah.
like fell out like I would say like in a healthier way, just the way that she reacted to it by her doing. It's like it just doesn't make sense, to be honest. It's just like insanity to me.
Can I say
Yeah.
something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's definitely like some middle school bullshit, and a lot of people haven't grown up since like forever ago. They like turn 18, they turn 21, you know, an arbitrary age where people say you're an adult now, and
Right.
again with the progression, they just stop, and they still have the same mindset from like fucking 5, 10 years ago, and they have a super victim mindset. They're still very super surface level, and so they don't know how to react, and usually those types of people have had, you know, all bad relationships, and it probably have ended worse than the how it ended with you right now. Maybe somebody did that to her,
Yeah.
maybe she's done that to everyone else.
And the thing is, like, if you knew this girl, like you like she acts like she's just like the most knowledgeable and mature girl, which she is. I mean, she definitely like knows a lot of shit. She's a smart girl, you know what I mean? But like the way that she acts doesn't like reflect, or the way she talks about herself doesn't reflect of the way she acted this way. And it just kind of like that's why he says like it shows her true colors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
and that's the thing with like surface level people and people who like if she's actively always like, oh, I know this and that, like, yes, you may know a lot, but like them trying to show off like that and gloat about how much they know, they probably have stopped trying to learn, and like stop trying to like change their mindset. I think their mindset is right, and they bottle in a lot.
A different person, dude. That's why it
Yeah,
was.
that's a whole other person. She
It was
bottled in like a lot of old shit, maybe, and it's projecting, just project. It's a bunch of projections. So many people do it, and they have no idea.
well, like I have like an idea of what it is, and it's like because like she had obviously she has some daddy issues, it's her issues to get into, but like she basically said one time like she just like thinks men are just gonna fail her constantly, and like because I'm not out taking care of her financially and like giving her the life that she wants to live in the time that she wants to happen, and like she just is like, oh my god, is he failing me? And it's just like I guess but like I don't know, our
And
childhood fucked up. That's all I know is our
bro, but
childhood fucks up.
also, bro, like what you taught me, like when I listened to that guy, like you said, Kevin Samuels, he said, choose a girl that has no baggage. Choose a girl that has no baggage. Why choose a girl
Yeah.
that has baggage? Yeah, you can want to be nice and want to give someone a chance, but why? You know it's gonna go to shit.
Like I feel like
You chose that.
it's impossible not to fucking have baggage, bro.
Like that's exactly like she has baggage, bro. I mean that's what it is. She has baggage.
I mean,
No,
that's the thing.
but it's impossible not for someone not to fucking have baggage unless you
Yeah,
can
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, but that type of baggage, that's a different story.
I
There's so many types of baggage, and like that's a bad baggage to have. Think about
It
it.
is
If she
baggage.
thinks every guy is gonna disappoint her, that's terrible baggage, bro. That's one of the worst baggage to be in a relationship.
that's
with.
that I'm assuming. This is what I'm assuming. I'm like I'm putting my like what I'm trying to understand, like how she looks at men, because the way she looks at men definitely has it's all deprived from like how her father wasn't there for her in her childhood. So like
You're probably right. I don't think you're assuming that you're probably
probably
right.
bound by the guy, and if the guy isn't like fucking really taking care of her like a fucking dad, then she's like, what the fuck? And it's
You're
just
probably
like,
right.
and it's just like I just have to I understand, bro. I just want to be more loved. I'm like, because like just having hatred built up about any kind of relationship you've had is just gonna get you sick. It's just gonna get you sick, or it's gonna just give you resentment, and resentment is just gonna get you nothing in life. So like I have like even her sending me that picture with a dude's hand on her ass, her wishing me dead. I'm like, yo, I have love for you, and I wish the best upon you, because the times we had were real, and we've had some really good moments. Just because it's you've assumed something that I'm, because like obviously if we did break up and then I went on a double date like 2 weeks after, that would be like kind of like a fuck you, kind of like a fuck you.
Yeah, 100%.
But at the same time, she broke up with me. And it's not even like that, but on paper it kind of is like that. So that's why I can kind of understand where she's coming from and be like, oh well, you know what? It seems like he said a fuck you to me, so I'm just gonna say a bigger fuck him.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
what fuck did you do to her? I mean, you did
by
the thing.
well, this because she had been asking me to go to Tulum with her. She had just went
Yeah.
to Tulum.
But you had your right reasons. You know what I mean? That's because she wants you to go. Again, bro, that comes into a
There's
position that
no
what
what
she
I did
wants.
didn't deserve anything what she did. There's no
I know.
justification.
I know, and I know you're trying to understand her point, but it's like,
Yeah.
why are you trying to understand her point when it's like it's always what she wants? She wanted you to go to Tulum. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, why? Like that? Like you in a relationship, it's not what one person wants. It's
That's
what
true.
it's what you know what I mean? It's what both people can do. You know,
Yeah.
like I might be able to do all this shit, but if Adia can't, then I'm not gonna be like, oh, Adia, fuck you for not coming because she can't. You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
That's not like that doesn't make sense in my eyes, really. You know
No,
what I mean?
you're
That's just selfishness. That's for me, just selfish. You know,
for sure.
like yeah, she wants to experience all this with you. Yeah, that's perfect, man. That's awesome. But like, if you can't because of certain situations or whatever, like she can't get mad at you for that. And then like obviously she broke your heart in a way because obviously she did. And then you decided to, you know what, I need to go out and kind of like get my mind off this, and that's what you did. And if she's gonna get mad at you for that, then I mean,
Yeah, you're right. I know. You're right. You're right. It is just kind of dude, it's just crazy to me. It's just crazy.
I think it's your kind heart trying to like put yourself in her situation, but it's kind of like, bro, some people are just a waste of time, to be honest, and that's just
Yeah,
how it is.
and like, dude, being a nice guy is just not the way to go. It's like really, I would never get you anywhere.
I think we talked about how like I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was a podcast that I heard or something, but
No,
it was like
yeah, seriously,
dicks are the ones that get everything, really.
yeah, being a nice guy is
Doesn't
you
get
get
you anywhere.
you have to be a fucking monster. Yeah,
Nah, so yeah, let me put my 2 cents because I used to be like you know, like a fixer type of boyfriend where like a serial relationship is where I kept getting into relationships after relationship, like literally 6th grade up until like a year and a half ago. And I kept thinking the next one was the one. And I kept like in a way try to fix them. You know, I also had a good heart. I always put myself in their shoes, felt bad, whatever. But like it's not necessarily that good guys don't win. It's just sometimes we overly invest and into the wrong investment. And what's it called? The thing for me is like I kept realizing like, I'm thinking the next girl is special, the next girl is special when in reality it's a compatibility thing. And I chose to make this person special in my own eyes. So the real estate of my mind was it was covered in that thought, and so I let it become true in my head. I convinced myself,
yeah,
but then I got tired of fucking, you know, being in relationships. I needed to work on myself. I said fuck that, I'm gonna be single for a year. And honestly, my last girlfriend helped me a lot in like self-love, self everything. And she was awesome. The relationship was like quote unquote perfect, but I broke it off because I finally, like, she helped me learn this about myself, and I was like, what, you know what, I do deserve love, and it doesn't have to come at a sacrifice of my own happiness. Like I can have exactly what I want. So I started doing that, and you can still be a nice guy and get what you want. And a lot of people, like whenever I approach relationships now or girls, I always kind of like get these terms and conditions like, hey, um I'm gonna love you, like, oh, I'm gonna be affectionate and shit, like I love you, like I still crave all the things from a relationship, like cuddling, dates, all that. So I'll still do that, but I let them know that it doesn't mean anything more than that to me. And if it does, I'm not gonna lean into my emotions anymore because I'm right now focused on myself. You know, helping, like doing work, trying to make music, whatever it may be. So I don't have time for girls. Like I have time, but not for like a serious thing because like you said, it
Yeah.
takes a lot of energy, and I'd rather put that energy into other stuff. But they stay around because I am a nice guy, and maybe sometimes they think I'm an asshole, but that's just because they're not used to having a nice guy, you know, getting their like needs satisfied, but at the same time they you know they don't like that they can't have me, and so it's
Yeah.
sometimes it's like a game too where they
That's when
try to
the
win me
little,
over.
that's when the game comes in. That's when the little
Mhm.
dick game comes in. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah,
got a little bit
exactly.
of like a little play, a little like a little asshole. That's when like that's what girls attract to. That's why they stay in. You know what I mean?
That's
Exactly.
'Cause
So
they can be a nice guy and friend zone you. You know what I mean? But if you can be a nice guy and then have a little bit of being a fucking asshole, a little bit like they like that.
they
yeah.
do like it,
Bitches be
but
crazy. That's all I know. Bitches be crazy.
bitches be shopping. Bitches be shopping, bro.
Bitch crazy. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Bitches be crazy.
But see,
Bro,
the thing too is, because a lot of things people find weird and crazy is just because they haven't experienced it, or they themselves just wouldn't do that. But like you and I, or anyone who are able to be empathetic and put ourselves in their shoes and understand, and that's why we stuck around as much as we did. Like we're able to do that, so we can understand to some extent. And if you just practice that all the time, nothing seems crazy or weird anymore. And you know how to deal with people because it's all just a science. It's patterns. You notice the patterns in people. You
it
notice the
really
patterns in everything.
it is patterns. People pick up on the same patterns of others, and it's just like you can see them so prevalent in other people. And like that's the good thing about relationships that don't work out is just you're able to like see those patterns on other people you meet in your life, and you're like, oh well, you know, this is how that played out with this type of person. Even though you know every individual is themselves, and you should give, but you should just be aware, you know, what how humans kind of react in situations
That's
and
it. That's
stuff.
exactly what you said. We're all humans, and we all tend to react in some sort of way. It's our innate behavior that will react to certain things in a certain way. That's called empathy. Whenever we are able to put ourselves in our shoes and someone else's shoes, and when you do
Yeah.
that, you have to forget your own perspective because they don't know your perspective. You don't know theirs. You have to learn theirs. You have to learn. Oh, they grew up this way.
Yeah.
They don't think the way I do because they didn't experience the same things I did. They experienced their own human experience with their own humans
Yeah.
that are in their life. So obviously, like you said,
You know,
we react to certain things in a certain way. You learn things, you have to unlearn some things,
yeah.
and the more you
Very
practice it, the
true.
better. And that's all I'm saying.
It's it's like that's how you learn who the individual is, you know, instead
Yes.
of like taking some baggage from a previous relationship and like giving untrust and being untrustworthy. It's just like, you know, that's the baggage that you have to drop from previous relationships and stuff, is being able to trust that individual, even if you do see certain kind of signs or like some kind of actions how they were in previous relationships and stuff, but like how
And
is
that's
this
Yeah, people see the signs, people see the patterns, and they choose to ignore it. And because you have that hope, you're still a little bit naive. You haven't experienced it or experienced things enough to be able to be like, you know what, I'm not gonna ignore this red flag. Because you know what, maybe I can change them, maybe they can change themselves,
yeah,
whatever the fuck it might be. But
yeah,
at the end of the day, when you like learn and practice the science, you can tell when someone's actively trying to be a better person or when they just say they are and they don't walk the walk. They just talk it.
right, right.
But that's how it is. Just it's a science, and people like a lot of those people tend to have like, oh, you don't understand me, like you'll never get it, and it's like no, I that's what empathy is fucking putting yourself in your perspective and kind of fucking understanding. I might not, I can't experience it, but I can try my best. And people just want to. I was talking
The
about
vic-
this with somebody, how
the,
depressed people
the
have like
victim.
high. Go on.
Oh well, you don't know. You really don't know. You can try to understand, but it's like you'll never understand. You'll never be in my shoes. That's what the victim mindset is that you'll never understand and you'll never be in my shoes. But it's just like, no, dude, no.
And those people are dangerous, man. Those people are dangerous because those people like manipulate. They're manipulating the situation. So you're like, okay, you know what? You're right. I feel bad. Let's do it your way. That's what it is, bro. That's all manipulation, in my opinion.
People are masters at manipulating your emotions, and that's what, like, being able to manipulate people's emotions. It's very good in relationships, very good in business. It's just like, oh yeah, this person, I trust you, and then it's just like, how the fuck were you able to act like this 1 second, and then the switch is flipped, and then now you are completely acting in another sense that is completely opposite from the way you were acting. And it's just like, in an intimate relationship though, it's like, how the fuck did that get there?
So for me, because I am sure people have thought that about me, I wasn't always a good romantic person to be with. And like at the end or in the beginning, I've messed up, and they're like, what the fuck? You were like you were like perfect, and I was like, well, I was also like, you were like a responsibility. I felt responsible for your happiness, so I felt like I had to act a certain way, but it wasn't my true self. But like I kind of made it myself in that moment. I convinced myself that's who I was, but in the end, like I wasn't, and it's kind of a slap in the face to both of us, like the reality of who, like.
That is the worst, man. When you feel that you're responsible, like you're in a relationship and you feel like you're responsible for the other person's happiness, when it's like it should just come naturally. Like it shouldn't feel like
Yeah,
it's
it
a
come
job,
natural.
Very true, very true.
Like when you feel like it's a job, like that shit. It's like when you throw like a birthday party and you feel responsible for everyone having a good time. You know what I mean? Like if you feel like they're in a relationship with like that person's happiness, it's like, dude, like that's
Like, yeah, right.
you know what I mean?
It's
Like
like,
that's
you should your own emotions and your own, like, having a good time in this moment. And that's just kind of good advice to take anywhere, really, bro. Like that's really good advice to take anywhere. Like, you are responsible for yourself and your own time at any moment. So like, even if you say something and you get vibes from people, you shouldn't be like, oh, fuck me, dude. It's just like, you're responsible for yourself. You're just being yourself. And if you're not, you shouldn't feel fucking some type of way about yourself for not getting a certain reaction from people. Like, you're responsible for what you put yourself in and like what you surround yourself with. So like, getting down on yourself about like any kind of interaction with someone is just kind of foolish in a way, because like, you're responsible for the way you even just carry yourself in the first place. So if you say something or you do something and it gets a different reaction out of someone that they don't like, and then that you get a negative reaction out of the way they react by not reacting the way you wanted them to react, it's just like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is that? It's like, how are you ever going to become an individual? Because then you're just kind of relying on what people do and what they react to how you go and live your life. And it's just going to be a fuck.
Keep seeking validation, and that's the thing about people who finally find someone who can
seek
validate
validation.
them for who they are, even though they might not like themselves, but someone else, they convince someone else that they're likable, whatever. You get in a relationship, and then it already started off very toxic, and then like it blows up at the end of it.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's exactly it of what you said. Like those people that like go out and then they worry too much about like what other people are doing and all that. It's like they're just pretty much just seeking about like validation. You know what I mean? And it's like, why? Like You go there
It's
for
like
yourself.
social
You go there for
media. It's
yourself.
everything. It's everyone telling. It says that, like social media saying that these things should matter, or your relationships, whatever it may be. You see it in your parents. You don't even know that you're seeing it. Oh my god! I accidentally turned on the video, but yeah. I mean, I think for this chat, we should wrap it up and pick up where we left off next time.
For sure, man. It was
I
definitely
was
fun
gonna
to
ask you. I was gonna ask you